Let's go ahead and make sure all can hear me. If you'd please type the number 1 in the comment section, in that chat box, let me know you can. I would greatly appreciate it. And as you do, keep in mind that everything we look at here today is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. Excuse me. And make sure you go through and follow us on the various social platforms, folks. If you like what you see, make sure you're following along, right? Not only on the platform you're watching from today, but all of the others as well. There's so much other content that we put out there on a regular basis. You don't want to miss out on that. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the futures. All righty then. Let's see where we are. So the ES, which is the S&P 500, is up 33%. The YM is up 220. The Dow, the Nasdaq's up 128. The Russell's up 18. Bitcoin, it's up 95, but under 21,000 again. Ethereum is down $5, so it's kind of flattish. Gold is up 2.7, and crude. So I see that letter C in my list there. So there's an error on the data. So, or it could just be simply a tick. Right, so let's see. We're at 114. Just want to make sure we got the right price. We're at 114.70, give or take. We're down about 50 cents. So holding on right now. Okay, so there's an economist that comes on, or a pollist that comes on CNBC once in a while. I saw him on this morning. I like the guy a lot. He's spot on with his numbers and what he gets from his polls. And he was talking about gas prices, saying we're about 14 days away, 11 days, 14 days away from the U.S. really realizing, oh my God, this is bad. And what he was talking about is all the holidays and everything that we're dealing with right now. You got 4th of July, you got Juneteenth, right? We just dealt with Labor Day, and so on and so forth, right? Memorial Day, rather. The expectations of, I'm going to put $20 in my gas tank aren't going to work as you're driving to go away for the 4th of July weekend and this long weekend now as well. My wife works in the school. She got a call early this morning that said, help, we need you to come in early because a lot of teachers are calling out sick. Yeah, they're making it a 4-day weekend today. But people are driving to go away to try to keep costs down. And I mean, we looked I'd much rather fly, but we looked at renting a car in Portland, Maine for a week. It was $1,700 for the time we were looking to go. For a car in Portland, Maine, right? So it's a 5-hour drive. We're going to drive. We'll have our car with us. And I'm not spending $1,700, right? There's no way. But people are going to look at the gas, and they've got to fill their gas tanks up now. The full tank. You can't get away with just putting a little bit of gas in your car, right? Sean, you got a big gas tank. What does it cost? And you just took a nice road trip, right? And ain't nothing like your fuel getting paid for by your trades while you're away, right, Sean? What does it cost to fill your truck up with gas? I mean, it can't be cheap. So you got a big old truck with big tank, big van. Sean has kind of a traveling van, as it were, but it cannot be cheap whatsoever. So there definitely are some concerns over the next couple of days and weeks of what's going to happen market-wise, economy-wise. People looking at what's happening. Credit card debt, 841 was it? Let me see. I was looking at it before. Yep, I was right. Billion. $841 billion, tremendously higher than we were pre-COVID. Why? Because all these people got all this free cash from the government, and they didn't go away, but they were doing all these fixes and everything else, and everything went on credit cards. And now people got to pay the piper. That's why you see in American Express and companies like that going down, because their fears of people not being able to pay the bills, right? Sean said it's between $75 and $110 to fill up, cheaper as you go south. Yeah, of course it is, for sure. But, all right, so yesterday we did not do well, let me say this first. We're at the time of the show that I'm going to ask you to drop in the trades that you did yesterday. We did not have an opportunity yesterday to get together because it was my fault. Bad back was killing me yesterday. Even now, struggling a little bit just sitting in the chair. If I'm moving around, I'm better. It's the sitting in the chair that's hurting me right now. Yesterday, I was walking and moving slowly, but I was doing okay. As soon as I sat down, it was pain all over again. So I didn't get to really look at the market very much yesterday to do a whole lot. So go ahead and drop the trades in that you guys did yesterday. What I do want to take a look at, though, is to see how the SPY did yesterday for a trade. And I mentioned this last evening in our One Trade Away Challenge, we did an advanced Q&A bonus for everybody that either has been or currently is in One Trade Away Challenge. And I was blown away by some of the things that came out of there last night. I mean, the amounts that people said they were making after what they learned. Oh my goodness gracious! But guys, on SPY, we got this gap down, and we had a really nice move in here, right? $5 move or so inside of here, right? So had you taken this trade, you know, and that's what we were talking about. Chris had actually, who's in here a lot with us, had asked a question about trailing stops. And I used this as an example, said I did not take the trade. It didn't meet my criteria. I watched it on the open and then I walked away. But I wasn't looking at a 1 minute chart. It might have worked using the ones. But if we came back and retested that line, we would have scaled out of half the trade here, the other half of the trade here, and called it a day. Right. And Chris was asking more advanced question on stops, trailing stops to go beyond that. So $5 move, $2.50 on the stock, 70 delta. You're talking about a really nice move on your options price. So for me, nothing yesterday. And that's the great thing is I'm not worried about, okay, I didn't go to work today. I'm not going to get paid. My boss is going to be mad. Who's going to pick up and do my work? The market's still here today, whether I traded it yesterday or not. So I come back and pick it up again today. I'm okay. Yes, Karen, markets are closed Monday. It is Juneteenth, which is now a federal holiday for the market, so stock market. So they are closed, which means we are not here Monday. We're not doing Power Hour Monday. We're not doing E-mini Think Tank on Monday, right? There'll be no Trade Watch alerts on Monday. It's a stock market holiday, so we are off. I'm looking forward to the 3-day weekend. I'm good to go. All right. So I'm not seeing any trades come across yesterday from yesterday in here. Erica said, I missed the One Trade Away Challenge last night. With Aaron's family. Will it be recorded? Or are you having another Q&A? We're not doing another Q&A, Erica. This was kind of a one-off. Let me just go ahead and try to get some questions answered. But we will get it up in the members area at some point, right? But we're not doing this on a regular basis. This was let me try to go ahead and answer some questions. Now we'll put it into the setup for everybody else, and we'll probably make this like a day 45 or so where it'll come out in your 60 days in there. Guys, listen, Sean, can you drop the link for One Trade Away Challenge in there? Guys, it is a 30-day program, 30 days, where I walk you through everything from soup to nuts. You got to plan on investing an hour a day is what it's going to take. But whether you know anything about the market or not, it is $49 for the entire program. 18, 19 hours of training for $49. Our most successful students, Chris, who's in here, right, with us most days. Robert, who you see his answers all the time, right? Roman, Trader Will, Scott, right? These are people that you're seeing here the names over and over again. These are people that are trading the markets and are still in this One Trade Away Challenge. It's a great training if you get an opportunity to take it. Listen, your $49 is not going to make a difference to me at all, but that $49 will make a difference to you, right? So go through that training. So Robert said, sold calls on Amazon, 33 cents more are working. Meta, bear call spread, 30 cents still working. SPX, bear call spread, 50 cents. Q puts, 10 cents. Nice job. Linda said, Meta, up $150, but still down more than I would like from a longer term hold. Yeah, obviously. I mean, that's just my SPY is not where I want it to be, right? But these are also buying opportunities. Every major dip and a little bounce, I've got cash on the side that I wasn't buying when the SPY was up way up here, right? But on every major dip with a bounce, I'm looking at an opportunity as a buy, right? And I'm adding to my position. I'm reducing my cost basis. Those are my long-term holdings, right? I've done it with Amazon, right? Amazon's kind of bottomed out-ish at about 100, right? I've got a bunch, but only 40% of what I want. If Amazon starts to bounce and climb from here and it's no more pullbacks, then I'll look at buying again. But I don't think we're done yet to the downside at all, right? Goldman Sachs, 40%. Nice job, Erica. Really nice job. There you go. All right, everybody. So let's go take a look at today's candidates. All right. Let me move some things around on my screen. So we have 7 today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Adobe is the first one, Adobe, right? And Adobe right now is down $18. Holy mackerel. They weren't down that much before, but they were down about 12 when I first looked at them. But they had earnings, right? They're earning, you can see the big E there, right? So they're down $18 right now, which puts them at 347 even. So if we do this scrunch bar button, which is the F11, right? So let's see, 40 to 69, we got 29. Yeah, we don't need a fib in there. So we're looking at 347 is where we are right now. So we're way down there. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 370 or a long put. Why do I say or a long put? Because I trade Adobe. It's one that's in our power option place. I know it well inside and out. Its heartbeat, how it thinks, eats, breathes, sleeps, drinks, everything, right? So I like Adobe a lot. American Express, AXP, right? Let's look at a little bit of a bigger picture of American Express. They're up. Adobe was the only one on our list that's down today, right? Everybody else was bullish right now. So American Express is up. We were at a pivotal point at 138. Let's see, 38 to 50 is 12. Probably should have a fibit in there. So let's go ahead and negative 136. All right, we're at 140 right now, we'll call it 39.70. So we're at 140. 144 is our resistance. That's our target zone. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 138. All right, I like it. I like it. But look, that's what I was talking about. Credit card debt, $841 billion in debt, right? Just crazy numbers. U.S., I'm talking. Alibaba. Alibaba is one of the stocks on our power option plays list, just like Adobe is. They got a China approval for some kind of deal with ANT, and they're up today on that big time. They're up $11 right now. They're up $11 right now, so that puts them at 112. All right, so they got above the 109 level. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 109. All right, next is CNC. Right, they raised their earnings outlook for the next bit. They're up $5.20 to $82 right now. So they're still in a bearish bias. They pushed up. They're at 80. They got above the 81.15, which is great. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 81. And where are they now? 81.84. But I would like to see the stock get above 82.5, then a pullback, right, for a retest and a bounce, and then look to take the entry. Just a little close to me right now. All right, only three candidates left. So go ahead and drop in the candidates you want me to take a look at, and we'll do that final look for you before the markets open, and you get to see or hear my input on what that stock is. If you've got a trading plan, drop it in. Folks, I understand for some it's cumbersome. You may not fully understand how to do it yet, and that's okay. But if your plan for right now, if all you're saying is look at NEO as an example, okay? I'll look at it, but I'm not really getting where you're going with it. If you put in NEO bullish, if that's all your plan was, is you're bullish on it, great. If you put in NEO bullish and you said, I want to buy a call, I want to do a credit spread, I can answer it a little more concisely. But also you're starting to build, see, as you take those steps, just the symbol, bullish or bearish, right? What your action is going to be using what kind of strategy. Each one of those steps helps you as a trader become a better trader. So right now on JD, they're looking to expand into food delivery. They are up big time for them, $5.38, which puts them at 67.40. They were already in a bullish bias, true bull on top of that. Things with China have gone well. So they're at 67.31. I need the stock to get above 68. Then a retest, a pullback. And then we can look at a bull put spread below 67. Right? If you can go below 62, that would be great. I just don't think we're going to get a lot of premium. Well, it's hard to say. We're up $5. It's 7 or 8%. So we're really not going to get a fair number from what's happening now. Roku, that's trade number 3. That gives us a directional trade that we could take. So Alibaba, where I said we'll put spread, we're also going to look at a long call, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Long call. Now, that's me. Why? Because I like and know and trade these guys. I understand them. Right? We look at Roku. We're really going to pull that puppy in a little bit because it's way out in left field. Let's see. Let's do that. All right. So Roku's in a bearish bias right now. They have a partnership with Walmart. There's something that now on Roku TV with your remote control, you're going to be able to scan through and go, and buy it right on Roku from Walmart. Right? So that's a big partnership opportunity with them. They're up $3.27 to $81.85. I'll call it $82. So we are still below that 83.72, right? I'm going to look at stock if rolls over at the 83.72. I'm going to look at a long put. I'm going to see if we get to the downside. We're in a true bear. This news has not driven them up enough to even break through the first ceiling, which is a confluence, right? You got two things happening there. You have the fib line and the 8 moving average. Two different things going on there. U.S. Steel. I pulled this one up last night. Haven't looked at U.S. Steel in a long time, and it shows up in the news today with earnings. And the earnings were positive. They're up about the dollar right now. They're at 20.5. Same scenario. I needed to get back above that 23 level before I do anything. So I'm going to say next. And I write it in capital letters, guys. Next. All right, I'm going to write next or say next on U.S. Steel. I just don't like what it's doing right now. There's nothing that says take a bullish trade on this from me at all. Not unless you want to own U.S. Steel. Right? Now, don't get me wrong. U.S. Steel has great covered call premiums on them. Right? I like it a lot. Right? Now, covered calls, if you are a covered call writer, right? Just to say this before we look at your candidates. If you are a covered call writer, right, what you are going to want to consider is today buying back this week's expiry, the ones that go, expire today, buying them back and selling next week today. Towards the end of the day is where I normally do it, unless there's no premium left, a penny and nickel. Then I buy it back now because I get all the theta burn on whatever I sell for the rest of the day. And you want to sell today because you're going to lose Friday to Saturday. That's one full day of theta. Saturday to Sunday, that's one full day of theta. Sunday to Monday, that's the third full day of theta. And then Monday to Tuesday puts you at another 18 hours. Guys, there's great theta burn when you have a holiday on a Monday. So if the setup is right and you still like the stock and you still want to be involved with it and you like the premiums and all of that, better to sell on a Friday for next week than waiting until next week because you're going to lose that 3, 4, 5 cents, 10 cents a day in value just by holding overnight. All right, so let's see what you guys have. And he said, do we get the videos to replay in the One Trade Away Challenge? Helps me to repeat and keep improving on the videos even after the 30-day program is over. Anis, the One Trade Away Challenge is 30 days long, and you get the training for an additional 30 days beyond that. So, yes, you have time to go back and watch them again and again and again. Let's see. So, Anis is asking for NTAP. Let's go take a look there. Let's plug that puppy in and see what it's doing pre-market. And these, actually, we have people that have taken it now. They're going on their third time. They're taking the One Trade Away Challenge. They're just taking it every 2 months. They're just taking it again and again at $49. And it's the tweaks now. It's not, I didn't learn it the first time. You learned it, but you'll never learn everything. Heck, there's stuff I taught in there that I haven't learned, right? I just haven't heard myself say. I'm kidding. But for you, for everybody, whenever I learn something, I can watch a training. I'm never going to get it all the first time I watch it or the first 10 times I watch it. Every time you go through, you get that next little nugget of gold. And that's all I'm looking for when I retake trainings like that. All right, so NTAP right now is down 69 cents. Right? Let's see. Let's get a little bigger picture in here. Come on. All right. So it is definitely on the yuckity yuck. So right now it's sitting at 62.60. Let's do the scrunch bar. 59.5, 64.5, $5. We need to put in a negative 0.5 inside of here. Yes, CC. We definitely need that in there. All right. So we're sitting right now at 62.60. You got room down to 62. So not a whole lot of room down there. Spreads above that 64 quarter. Yes, for sure. And there are $1 increments on NetTap, right? A NetApp, NTAP. I just call it NTAP is my name, of how I say it. Let me switch this over here. All right, Anise, I hope that helps. Let me know down in the comment section below if you would. Kevin, how are you doing, sir? Let's see, S-Gen. Like an Amgen without an Am, right? Sounds good. Seattle Genetics. Let's go look bigger picture. Unscrunch. All right, we got a nice move in here, another one in there. We would have violated already. We were violated here. All right, so we're going to focus. We're going to draw the fib. We can definitely bring it in a little bit. We're going to draw the fib from this swing high down to this swing low right here. And if you're struggling on how to draw the fibs and what to do, guys, go over to the Key to Be Free. Trading Like a Boss website. Key to Be Free is on here. I just sent that link to somebody in an email. But when you're looking at fibs down at the very bottom, Fibonacci, today's power indicator, go there, guys, and download that training series. It's a 3-part series. It's about an hour in total, but it'll show you exactly what we do on fibs. It'll give you a great jump start for what we do here. All right. So when we look at S-Gen, Kevin, where is it today? So right now they're up 222 to 149. So let's see, 47 to 60 is 13 points. All right, we need to add an 882 in here. I have two different 882 colors inside of here. I've got a green line and a black line. Unless I'm doing a Fibonacci 4-step, I just make it a black line. Fib 4-step, I make it green, so I know why it's there. So you've got 147 as support, Kevin, and 153 as resistance. If you're at 149, monthly options, keep that in mind. If you're at 149, you got about $5 to the upside, but you're kind of in the middle-ish. So just the FYI. All right, hope that helps. Let me know in the comments below. Guys, if you like what you see here, go ahead and smash that like button, right? Give us that thumbs up, right? Right? It definitely helps us in our rankings with the algorithms, right? So Tripp said, IBM for a switch, wiggle waggle, reciprocating trade. Okay, IBM, Tripp's stuck on that wiggle waggle. Let's see, reciprocating trade. Let's write in IBM here. Let's see where they are pre-market. So they're up a whopping 7 cents, which means they're flat. There's nothing going on there. So trade off of the 136 fib line. We already have the moving averages on the upside, but the downside could be for a big day. Yes, I agree, Tripp. I'm looking at the moving averages on the top. Let's get a little more time on fibs here. I'm looking at the moving averages on top, and that's concerning, right? They're about a third of the way through this channel, close to a third way through the channel. It's actually about 29.3784%. Yeah, I'm kidding. It's about a third of the way through the channel. So I'm a little concerned on the upside trade. You can get the retest of the 135.68 in the fail. And we're at 135.74 right now. Get that fail, 131.5 is the support level. So I like it a lot, right? Theta burn, baby, theta burn. You got it, Tripp. I'm all about that. I love that. And he said, thanks for the clarification. I see it's totally worth it and affordable too. And that was the idea. Anise, here. So what's inside of there? I took trainings that I have taught for years, right? For other companies, for myself, where there are people that sat in rooms with me for 2 days that have paid $3,000-$4,000 to be there for 2 days of training. And we got into a whole bunch of strategies, but we never really dug in. Right. So 2 days, it's about 6.5 hours each day. You got about 13 hours of time. And they paid $3,000-$4,000 to be there. Some a little bit more, some a little bit less, but on average. There are others, right, that have paid much more than that in their trainings, $20,000 and $30,000 to not learn what we teach inside of the One Trade Away Challenge. I wanted to make it affordable. I took two major concepts, buying stock and buying options. I took all of the advanced stuff out of there for now. Let's get you focused only on two things. How do we buy a stock, which is a lead into how do we buy the option, calls and puts. That's all I want you to focus on. And for 30 days, you're going to dig into all of that, right? And that's the goal here. And I wanted it to be affordable because there are so many people out there that just don't have the finances to be able to do this. And with Robinhoods of the world right now, people are getting crushed, killed on the cryptos that they're investing in and some of the stocks that they're buying with no clue and no idea what to do, right? This is a very inexpensive way for someone to say, I can do this. I can learn how to do this. I can make it work, right? I can get this to happen for me. $49. My team thinks I'm nuts. If you go back and watch some of the trainings I did, my team thinks I'm absolutely insane for this. I hear it on a regular basis. Yep, you gave that one away. A couple hundred people you sold for $100 for $49. What if you would have sold it for $1,000? Look what the company would have made. I understand. This wasn't about that. There's plenty of programs that we get that have a good premium to it. Company makes money on it, which we have to, or else we wouldn't do it, right? But this was one of more, let's get people to know how, right? I've got brokerage firms that are sending people over to this stuff, charting platforms that are sending people over to this, saying, check out this training, right? Let's see. Robert said Sava could, okay, so let's see. SAVA. Let's go there. First, let's type it into TradeStation. See where they are in the PM, the pre-market. They're up 7 cents, 26.5. So I've had them on my list before, or at least my fibs. We never violated the 618, but we really should have a new fib in there. I mean, we really could use a new fib. Let's go back this up, Robert. Let me do this. We never violated the 618, but when we start getting fibbits of fibbits, it's time to redraw. I mean, it just is. Let's come off of that swing high to that swing low right there. All right. Let's see. Now, let's not do that. So as I'm looking, we've got this in here. I missed that gap. I didn't see that with that retracement in there. So there we are. Much better served. And we're still going to have horrible fibbits on this one because of how bad of a move it's been. 150 down to 26 in a year's worth of time. 12 to 24. We move $5. All right. We'll get away with a -5 in here. That's all I'm going to put on this one, Robert, is -5. You start putting the other levels in there, and it's just a little too tight for me then. All right, so right now they're up 7 cents. I'm going to really bring this in. We're in a neutral bias right now on Sava. So what was Robert looking at there? Moved off of the screen. Let me bring that back. Could give us a bullish trade for a day trade if we can get a retest and a bounce. Yes, you just got to look at the moving averages, Rob. You got to make the decision. Are you going to take the bounce of the 24.68, or are you going to let it get above the 26.24, 26.20, whatever it is, the 8 moving average? You're going to let it get above there. So they're a little bit, well, I may be talking without thinking first or testing first. Yeah, so it's right at 25%, Robert. So it's right there, right on the cusp, right at that 25. So yes, if you can get the move, it's awesome. Same scenario if you get that break and fail to the downside, right? So I like it a lot, Robert. I hope that helps. Let's see. Thank you. Thanks. You're welcome. Joan said, one trade away. Is it good for people who want to learn to trade? Joan, the whole idea behind it is, I'll tell you how basic it is. It starts off within the first 2 or 3 days, maybe even the first day, but I think it's day 2 of open a brokerage account. And we talk about who I use and why I use them, what to do, and so forth, right? Filling out the applications, basics of it, not really telling you how to fill it out, but the basics of it, right? And we go all the way through day 10. Day 10, you place your first non-funded, your first trade on stocks. Day 20, 2 10s, you place your first non-funded trade on options. I don't know any other program that you can go in and in 10 days we're teaching you how to trade the stock in that first 10 days. In 10 more days, you're trading options already. I'm not saying you're a guru at it, but you're hitting enter, and that is what will make you the guru. So Joan, yes, for someone that's either A, looking to learn to trade, B, has been trading, wants to tweak what they do, and C, professional traders, the Romans of the world, the Trips of the world, the Scott, the Trader Will, and so many others, Chris, who, guys, listen, I've not seen Chris's brokerage statements, but he talked last night about now after one trade away challenge, he's making $5,000 a day. Guys, I'm not saying you're going to make $5,000 a day. I'm not saying you're going to make 5 cents a day. What I'm telling you is, does it work? And Chris has been trading for a long time, but now he's got it. He's got it down. He's got it figured out of exactly what to do, right? And all of it, his feed last night, on and on and on. You're going to see a lot of that stuff showing up in testimonials. On and on and on came up about how wonderful and how much it's changed his life on one trade away challenge. So, yeah, Joan, I appreciate that. Joan said I'm going to refer some people to that. And I hope all of you do. Guys, you have someone that's struggling or saying, hey, can you teach me to trade? Whoop, send them the link to one trade away challenge that Sean dropped in and let them go there and learn how to trade. Guys, that's what it's for. Kevin said, I'm joining again. It's so worth it, right? Linda said, you really need to sign up for the one trade away. If you haven't, it's amazing for that price. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good, Robert. I'm glad that's the same fib you've got there. Let's see. Erica said, yes, one trade away challenge is amazing. I refer people to take the challenge, right? So I don't know, maybe it sounds familiar, right? And remember, you're just one trade away, right? That one trade away is the one trade away challenge. That's what's getting you there. And Chris said, yeah, he would show anybody his gains. He said, I'll show my gains to you if you want. He absolutely did say, hey, yep. Get your back better over the 3-day weekend. Yep. There you go. There you go. Guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your day. Good trading today. Be careful. Don't trust just because we're up. Don't trust it. It is a Friday. It's a day that ends in Y in this kind of market, right? So we've seen some whipsaw reversals. Just be spot on. Have a plan of what to do in your direction if it goes against you, where your outs are all along the way. So make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, don't pass up the one trade away challenge, folks. Sean dropped that link in there. Click on that link. Take advantage of it. And I will see all of you Tuesday. Remember, no training on Monday. Tuesday is our next training. And if you haven't yet done so, when you go to tradinglikeaboss.com, get into the training this afternoon, which is Brandon, on the Trading Coaches Playbook, which is another free training for you. All right, take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye for now.